Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Nandi, and if you do know me, welcome back to another video. So I pretty much decided very last minute to film this video. I was inspired to film this video because I recently came across my 8-year anniversary at my women's health clinic. And a part of me was just like, you know what? Why have I stayed at this job for so long? Like, what are the things that have made me want to stay? What are the aspects of the job that I have truly appreciated? And I was like, you know, let me reflect on it. Let me reflect. And so I had my notes on my phone. I feel like some of these things, honestly, not even some, majority of these things are all important, and they may also help a lot of you in terms of thinking of some things that will be beneficial to you when even looking for your nurse practitioner job or your nursing job. So let's go over it, okay? Like, number one, the first reason why this job has been able to keep me for so long is the fact that they are very big on showing tokens of appreciation. They're very big on showing their employees that they appreciate them. Long story short, right? It's in the tiniest ways, but sometimes even the little things make a big difference. So let me give you an example. So one thing that my women's health clinic likes to do, or they used to do, every single time it was any person's birthday on the job, and we have a lot of employees, we used to always get a birthday card. This birthday card would have pretty much everyone in the clinic would sign this birthday card. I just always thought it was a very thoughtful gesture. And we always had somebody that was sort of in charge of like buying the birthday card, staying on top of whose birthday it was. So that way that person would always receive that card on their birthday, and it would just be passed around the clinic secretly, hush hush, but everybody would sign it. And I just always thought that was the cutest thing, and that's one thing that I have loved. Another thing, food. And I know you guys are like, girl, food really? But I promise you, sometimes food will make you feel better, okay? We used to always get free lunch every single Saturday. Now we mostly get free lunch if it's sort of like a busier, a hectic day, and we do a great job and our manager feels like we deserve a free lunch. But it still happens like at least probably once a month, I would say. Baby, I used to be so happy because it's Atlanta. Give me a lemon pepper, what? I am a happy girl. I'm just saying. So those are like some little things that my job would like to do. Even when my birthday just passed, I actually received a little, you know, like the Visa gift cards that have money on there. I received a Visa gift card from HR for my birthday. It's just literally the little things. Like, you have to show your employees that you appreciate them. You have to, especially I feel like today, because there's a lot going on in the world. Those little gestures will literally make someone's day, because you never know what people are going through at home or outside of work. Just show your people you appreciate them, okay? Number two, Nurses Week. Some companies and jobs that I've worked for literally will not even say Happy Nurses Week. And one company I worked for, everybody there was a nurse. So it wasn't like it was a mixture of nurses, MDs, PAs. Everybody there was a nurse. Like, huh? I remember one time we received an email saying, oh, Happy Nurses Week. We would love to highlight you nurses. So go ahead, record a video, send it to us. And I guess they would post it somewhere. And I'm just like, for Nurses Week, you want me to do more work?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that was literally insane to me. But if you know you have NPs, nurses that are working for you, say Happy Nurses Week, give them some cookies, do something, like something to show that you once again appreciate your employees. Number 3 I have on here is management. Let me tell you, I literally told one of my best friends last night, I told her this. I said, my boss at my women's health clinic, I'm gonna keep calling her Nicole on this channel. Nicole can get a Chanel out of me. Let me really make it big. Nicole, she can get a Chanel out of me. She can get a car paid out in full cash. That is how much I love my manager at my job. A lot of bosses and managers, I even have this in my notes. A lot of bosses and managers, they're managers, but they are not true leaders. And I think that's very important to highlight. A true boss and leader is going to support their team, uplift their team, while still being able to effectively give constructive criticism when you need it. And that's specifically because they believe in you. They want to see you do great things. They want you to be the best that you can be. So important. One of the things I put on here that I love most about my manager and love most about my women's health clinic, Nicole, my manager, she is not the type to just sit back and just watch things from afar and then try to just criticize you or critique you later on. She gets in the field. Do you hear me? She will come to work, and she is not even a RN, but she will come to work, come in those scrubs, and be ready to get into the field. She will step into any part of the clinic that is necessary that she can do, which is pretty much everything. Because at my clinic, they cross-train you. So that's another reason why I've been there for so long. I've been there prior to even being a RN. So she knows every single aspect of the clinic, every process. She knows everything, and she can step in at any time. That right there, that's a boss, okay? That's a boss.
I know that's right.
One of the other things that I love about her and love about my coworkers as well is the fact that they all support any type of future endeavors. Some places that you go, and I hate to say this, but it's very true, and this is me being transparent and honest, but some places that you go do not necessarily want to see you do well. Some people are haters. That's the best way to put it. Some people are haters. They don't want to see you doing better than them. They don't want to see you making more money than them. They don't want to see you moving on to a next job or position that may put you at a higher rank than them. People are haters. That's the moral of the story. At this particular job, I have been there, like I said, before nursing school, during nursing school, after nursing school. There has never been a point in time where anybody at that job has been like, oh no, Nandi, you can't do that. Oh, you want to be an MP? You should find something better to do. You should find something else to do. They have never been discouraging, never been a hater. Nicole has written me so many recommendations. Every single job that has required a reference, every single school that has required a reference, Nicole has written for me. Every single time, without thought, without hesitation. I literally text her, oh, can you be a reference for X, Y, and Z? Sure, of course. Every single time. It's really sad that there aren't a lot of people out there like that, but trust me, there's not. There's not. But I'm so blessed and grateful for her. And that's why I said at the beginning of this video, she right there, let me make it big. She one of the first top 3 people that are getting a Chanel out of me, because she deserves it. And she's just, I just love her down so much. One of the other things that I have on here is very important to show people grace when they deserve it or when they need it. So let's face it, we're all human. We all have rough days. And as much as people want to say, oh, don't bring your personal life to work, don't whatever, you know, we're not robots. We're not robots. And I think there's a difference between being professional, of course. Oh, hold on one second. Of course, there is an amount of professionalism that has to occur when you're at your job. But once again, we're all human, you know, and that's one thing I can say about Nicole. If it's truly something that's an emergency, you have to handle something, whether that be with your family, your child, your husband, whatever, she gives you grace. She gives you grace. And I feel like until mental health days are a part of these jobs and included in your job description, job contract, job package, sometimes grace is needed. And that's truly that. The other thing that I have on here that I love about my job is working as a team, picking up the slack when one person is struggling, taking care of each other. And that can be small things, making sure that everyone took their lunch, did everyone eat? You know, being able to step in for somebody if they have not, just so that they can go eat before you leave for the day. One of the other things that I put on here, my job always has snacks in the break room because times are hard. Okay, that's the best way I can say that. Times are hard. You just never know. If you don't have time to go grab lunch, you didn't make anything for dinner last night, guess what? You still have food at your place of work, and not a lot of places can say that. Another thing that I love about the teamwork sort of mentality, it's not, I don't want to say it's not an us over them as in like patients. It's not a us over them type of environment, but it's more of an us and them at the same level, if that makes sense. My job is not, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. My job is not one of those places where you have to constantly feel like the boss or owner or manager is constantly putting sort of the money, the business aspect, the patients before everybody, before all the staff, before all of the employees. I feel like the times I have experienced that, it's been at those particular jobs where the manager, MD, or the owner is also working. Working, like they own the place and they are the MD of that office. Those are the times that I have experienced that mentality, you can say, the most. And yes, you want to be sure everybody is taken care of. You always want to prioritize your patients. But you also need to there's a fine line and there's a balance between also being sure that your employees feel that their place of work is a safe place also. And I put on there making sure that you have your employees back. And I think that's very important. You never want to feel like if something happens, that can be anything. That can be a parent getting hostile with you, for example, a patient getting hostile with you. You never want to feel like, oh, if I go and tell my MD, if I go and tell my boss or manager, some way it's still going to be twisted to the point that it's my fault as an RN, it's my fault as an MP that this event occurred. Does that make sense? Like, you want to be someplace where you also feel like you're protected, you're safe, and you know that your boss, your manager, your MD will have your back. I think that's so important. So if I go and I tell my MD, oh, I had a parent who was very upset, seemed like they were getting very hostile, and I just chose to leave the room. I chose not to see the child because of where, I felt like the conversation was going, and it just did not seem like it was safe for me to be in that room anymore or continue the conversation the way things were escalating. You should be able to go to your MD, your manager, and say those words and then be like, okay, I respect your decision, because they trust you as a provider, they trust you as a nurse, and knowing that you felt like you did what you had to do at that time, at that moment, to be sure that you were safe, you were covered. You still documented everything that occurred, of course. You should be able to do that and not feel like you're gonna be in trouble for it. Long story short, you don't want to feel like you're the one that's gonna get in trouble for making that decision. You want to know that your person, your MD, your supervisor, your manager, they have your back. Another reason that I have stayed at my women's health job is because of the family dynamic. That is very, very hard for places to cultivate that. And I have not found that anyplace else. And I've worked a lot of jobs, okay? I have not found that anyplace else. We all have different personalities, very, very different. We're all women that work there other than the CRNA. As you can imagine, a lot of places, get that sort of reputation, oh, it's all women, it's gonna be all catty, blah, 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 blah. But it's not like that at my job. We all have different personalities, and I say it's a family dynamic because we fight like family. You know, like if there is some type of disagreement, if there is some type of anything between one person and two people, three people, whatever the case may be, we literally talk it out and we move past it. A lot of us have been there for so long that we each know each other's temperaments too. Because once again, I feel like this is a place a lot of people come and they stay long term because of how amazing the environment is. And so for all of us that have been there for X amount of years, we all know each other's temperament. So if we know, oh, she having a rough day, we can tell by how she acting, her door is closed, she don't want to be bothered, we leave it at that because we know each other that well. And I love that. I really do. It never becomes a place where it's drama filled. It never becomes a place where you have to worry about people bringing whatever happened into the next day and just, like I said, that catty environment. It's never that. It's never that with us, and I truly love that. I also put on here, I'm just grateful for this job. It's always home base for me. I tell my boss, no matter what, baby, unless I tell you myself to take me off that schedule, I don't care if months go by. I don't care if I am in school. I don't care about none of that. Leave me on that schedule. Leave my name on that schedule. Don't ever take me off. Don't ever take me off. I would have to move states for you to take me off that schedule. I tell my manager that all the time, leave me on. This is home base, always. The final things that I have here in my notes is, I wish more places could be like my clinic, but trust me, I have learned from experience, it's definitely very rough out here. For those in medicine, for those in nursing, it is very, very rough out here. The main point of me making this video was, once again, if you are ever looking for a job, there are little things. Always know that they're interviewing you, but you're also interviewing them. So any little thing that you have taken from this video, be sure you ask questions during your interviews. Be sure that you are speaking up for some of the things that you desire in a workplace, because once again, you are just as important, okay? Your happiness, going to that job every day, you are just as important. Your mental health, just as important. One is just because of that. It's important that you know some of the qualities or things that might be beneficial for you to want to stay at your job long term. But the second reason is because I know on this channel, I have a variety of people who watch this channel. And if you are a nurse lead, a charge nurse, a manager, a MD watching, I do also hope that you take something away from this video to help make your workplace a better place, whether that's taking some of the ideas or suggestions that I have given and you making the necessary changes at your workplace to be sure that people want to come to work. People want to come there, do the best that they can, feel supported, feel encouraged, and want to continue to stay. Because I guarantee you, if you apply a lot of these things, a lot more people would most likely want to stay on their job. And I know there are other factors, patient load, things like that, that also nurses are overwhelmed with, and we have every single right to be. Right? But there are ways to at least try to balance out the pros with the cons, okay? There are little ways to make people still feel like this environment is like no other. So all in all, I really hope that everybody just learns to appreciate their employees more. I really hope that nurses overall feel more appreciated, and I know that it's truly rough. But I just want to share some of the things that I have experienced at this particular job because it has been such a great job for me personally. I wanted to share that with you all. And even if you are the one as an RN to make the suggestions, do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. But you want to feel like you can go to your job, do what you have to do in peace, and at least be in an environment where you're not waking up every day and be like, damn, why I gotta go to work. because nobody wants to live like that. Nobody wants to live like that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.